Rebecca, how are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I just wanted to go over a few things with you before we get started on this. Um, my secretary should have handed you the confidentiality forms to go over. In those forms, it states that you're able to leave this counseling session at any time. You're not going to be forced to disclose anything you're not comfortable with. If I do hit a point of uncomfortability, please let me know because I don't want to overstep. Did you have a chance to look over everything and sign it?
Yeah, everything's good to go. I understand everything that she had talked about.
Okay, perfect. I am going to be recording this if you're okay with that and taking a couple notes. I will likely show this on social media as well, just for my colleagues and everybody to take a look at it as well, if you're okay with that.
Yep.
Perfect. So what brings you in today?
I am going through some stuff. I'm not exactly sure how to handle it. I don't know how other people do it. I know people do it. But I am having a really hard time with it. It's crazy.
I'm so sorry you're going through a rough time. Can you tell me a little bit about what's causing some stress for you?
Well, first off, my ex-boyfriend decided to take my son and think it was okay. And the police were called, and there's absolutely nothing I could get him back, considering the fact that they had told me that as long as he's in a safe place, blah, 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 there's absolutely nothing I can do, and switch, and it's a civil matter of whatever sort. So, yeah, I'm basically sitting here without my son, who I raised for 3.5, almost 4 years, taking a toll on me.
I'm so sorry you're going through such a rough time in your life. I don't think anybody should have to go through that, but I'm really happy that you came in, and hopefully we can, really chit chat and get some things going here for you. Um, what um, what exactly happened that didn't where your ex decided to take that step?
Well, I started seeing this new guy, and he got extremely jealous and told the police that he didn't feel safe with him being around my son and all this other. So, yeah, he doesn't think that he's safe with me and my boyfriend, and it's a bunch of. I feel like I'm rendered useless without my son. That was my whole world. You know what I mean? Like I made my whole world. Like, it's hard to even function or even think to function without him. You know what I mean? Like that. It's ridiculous.
No, I hear you 100%. In a perfect world, what would your life look like right now?
Well, I mean, I've always had the out, like when and if I'm broke up, there's a picture on Facebook that I had come across where it says like my like a picture of a child in the middle, and then it says on the back of these jerseys, it says mom, stepdad. You know what I mean? They're all getting along together, and it was just a vision that I expected myself to be in, and that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? I was trying to be cooperative, and I'm not like those moms that are like, no, you can't see your son, or no, you can't see your daughter. I'm not that type of person. This thing is an integrated family, and that's what I wanted, but it just never turned out to be like that, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand what he was thinking, and it's just
No, for
I'm
sure.
frustrated and annoyed.
So from what I'm understanding, you're obviously very stressed, annoyed even, hurt, if I'm understanding correctly.
Absolutely, because I'm hurt due to the fact that I was assuming that he would trust me enough to know that I would not put my son in any kind of harm's way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, why I was with this guy for 10 years. You know what I mean? I can't even put my words together.
No, take your time.
I don't know. It's awful. Like, I don't see why he would do that to me. Like, the lack of trust isn't even, it's not there. And it's like, to me, that's what a relationship is. It's trust, communication, honesty. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
what have I ever done? What have I done?
Yeah, trust is one of those things that is easy to start, but once it's broken, it's really hard to like gain back. What are some things, what are some reasons why he feels that he can't trust you anymore?
I don't know. I've never broken his trust before. Like, my relationship with him was awful. Like, he cheated on me all the time. He made me feel wasn't worth anything. Him that I've never cheated on him. I never betrayed him or I was very faithful to him for 10 whole years. Like, it was it was a really hard time in my life. You know what I mean? I learned from it. I called it quits when I did, and I really didn't think that us calling it quits would put a damper on our parenting when it came.
Do you think that he is using this as kind of a punishment because you decided to end the relationship that you felt was toxic?
In a way, yes. I did think about that. I was like, hey, maybe it's he just didn't want to end the relationship. I thought that he was jealous, but in all reality, he had a girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
right after we broke up, like maybe 2-3 weeks after we broke up. You know what I mean? Even before we moved out of the house, he was seeing somebody else already, and it was like, okay, you know what I mean? He moved on. That's good. Like, whatever. It's not my problem no more. You know what I mean? But I really didn't think that, in all reality, he would take my son away from me. Like, that just it threw me for a curve. I was like, what the heck? And it was not even like it was a warning. It was more like, okay, I see his dad for a couple of days, and he called me a couple of days later and was like, yeah, you're not getting your kid back because I don't feel as though he's safe there. And I was like,
It was very abrupt.
excuse me, what?
Yeah, it was very abrupt.
And
Like, hold the phone.
so, yeah, exactly, right? Oh my God, what the heck? What did I do? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I tried calling a children, like not children's aid, excuse me, tried calling a, but I mean, I'm not rich, you know what I mean? I work a minimum wage job. I don't even know if I can afford a lawyer. I don't even know where to start with that. I don't know where to go with that. I'm just so confused.
Right. So I heard you mention that Child Family Services is involved, if that's what I'm.
Child and Family Services, they haven't really made an appearance. You know what I mean? They've not really, because my son isn't in harm's way. Like, we've never had that issue where Keegan was hurt or in a situation where he could possibly or eventually be hurt. But, you know, he called the cops and he got in touch with a lawyer, and the lawyer told him to do this. Well, I'm like, I don't even believe half of this stuff that he's saying because he's a manipulator and a liar. And it's just like, now that he's saying that he has a lawyer, I'm like, maybe I should do the same thing. But where do I start with that? Like, I don't know.
Absolutely. Have you ever heard of legal aid?
I did hear about them, but it just seems like so much work. Like, I just don't know what paperwork they want. I don't know. I don't know.
If that's a route you're interested into looking into, I'd be more than willing to gather up some information for you to help you with that process, so it makes it a little bit easier for you.
Oh my goodness, yeah, stress for me. Like, you don't even know. I just really need to get this ball rolling because I'd love to have my son back. I need my son back. I need him back in my life. Like, it's awful.
Oh, I
It's been
can't.
already a week and excuse me.
I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through, but just the idea of somebody losing their kid, it breaks my heart, and I don't think any mother should be without a child. Um, there are obviously circumstances out there, but even in those cases, there are visitations, right? So I'm really sorry that you're going through such a hard time, but I would love to help get this information to you to help you progress this, and hopefully it comes out with some positive outlets for you.
Yeah, I hope so too, because like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, I have my family and my friends to support me. You know what I mean? They've been there throughout my whole, they've seen what I've went through with him, and even them, they're like honest, like they were put in awe as well, where it was like, we don't know what to do, but just be angry at him, and that doesn't help my situation either, right? Because don't want to be angry with him right now, but I mean, I know we can do it together and we can co-parent him together. I still have faith in that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I'm really happy to hear that you have loving family and friends for support through this rough time. I think that's always a really good avenue to have. And obviously, you know, a big step too to trying to get some of the help that you are looking for was, you know, coming in today. And that couldn't have been easy. It's not always easy talking about your story, especially if you have to repeat it a bunch of times. I can understand how draining that must be, and even just reliving it over and over and over again.
Yeah, it is certainly stressful.
For sure. So what are some things that you're doing to kind of occupy your mind right now?
Well, for me, the way that I deal with a lot of my stress in my life, personal, not personal, I drive a lot. I don't know how much money I spend in gas money lately, just driving and listening to music and just, you know, finding a isolated spot just to sit there by myself. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not that type of person to cry in front of people. I don't like to show my emotions. I feel, you know what I mean? I have built myself a reputation, my community, like of who I am, and this hinders that. This shows, this is, it almost, it's like tearing down my walls, and I don't want people to see. And so I just burn off. I take off in my car and I'm like, okay, I'm just leaving, or whatever the situation is.
For
That's
sure.
pretty
No, I
much
think
what I do.
when there's so much chaos happening in your mind, giving yourself a chance to just kind of be in a place of quiet and peace within yourself is very important. Whether that be, you know, going for a drive, you know, as you said, going to a very scenic location, just, you know, because the scenery is something that helps calm you. I think that's a super positive outlet. And yeah, is there anything else that helps you?
Well, I like doing art. Like, I mean, but I mean, I like doing art when I'm in a happy place. I'm not really in a happy place right now. I'm very not myself. And it's kind of starting to show with, you know, friends and family, and
Mm-hmm.
even my coworker, my boss, even she sees it and she's like, you're not doing well, you know. She's actually the one that suggested that I come in and talk and see if I can get some help and go and get my son back. I mean, I need my kid.
No, for sure. Again, I'd be more than willing to help you with the legal aid process. I know there's a phone number that I can pass on to you. I can explain a little bit of it to you if you want me to.
Yeah, please, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, for sure. So I will get my secretary to give you the number. So basically, what will happen is you give them a call. They'll ask you for some basic information, your name, your number. It's all on an income basis. So they'll ask you for just what your monthly income kind of is. If you fall into a certain category, then they will hook you up with a lawyer. The lawyer will contact you. You guys will meet. Expenses will be paid, depending on what bracket you fall into, and then you kind of just go from there. A lot of times in certain situations like this, from what I know from experience as well, is a mediation. Have you tried talking to your ex about mediation?
Talking to him is like talking to. I've tried being as neutral as possible with everything. I've tried. I mean, I had to go see my son in a basement supervision.
Oh, wow.
I've never felt imprisoned in my life. It was just a terrible experience, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? So
No, absolutely.
I can't even have a conversation because the only thing I want to do is just freak out, and I know that's not going to help the situation, right? So I avoid it until he's ready to talk.
No, for sure. So our time is almost up here, but I'd love to see you again. So would you would coming to see me again, do you think that'd be something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit better. I feel a little more confident that I could get my son back with knowing that legal aid will help me. You know,
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
I definitely would.
I think that as if you choose to, come see me more and more, I think that we can um, work on, step by step on making that happen. Um, I wish I could say that's going to happen overnight, but sadly that's not the case. But I am really willing to stand behind you 100% and really help you through this as a support, emotional support as well. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I mean, from a professional, standpoint, it's good that I have your support, and I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all. Thanks again for coming in. You're more than welcome to make an appointment with the secretary. I'm open anytime next week. So you set an appointment with her and she'll let me know, and I hope to see you soon. And then I'll get that information for you for the next time.
Perfect. I appreciate that so much. If I can get it quicker, is that a possibility too?
Absolutely. So I will gather up that information, and I will actually get my secretary to call you, and then you'll just be able to come to the office and grab it if you're okay with doing that.
Yeah, that works.
For sure. Well, I hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.